Is my screen visible to you guys? Okay, cool. Thank you so much. Okay, so we are starting off. The Quick Labs account basically has your Quick Labs account basically does not have that public profile, right? मैं देख के बता दूं क्लाउड इंजीनियरिंग ट्रैक का फिफ्थ स्किल बैच है बिल्ड एंड सिक्योर नेटवर्क्स इन गूगल क्लाउड. इसकी फर्स्ट लैब यूजर ऑथेंटिकेशन आइडेंटिटी अवेयर प्रॉक्सी. जिसको लगता है कि उनको वो अभी कर सकते हैं और मतलब सिस्टम है पास में तो ब्राउजर खुल के साथ में यू कैन कंप्लीट दिस लैब. Whoever is comfortable, it would be okay if you guys complete. Yeah, so if you guys think you can complete it here, then browser में दूसरी window open करके you can start doing it with me. I'm going to start right away just to tell you कि labs कैसे complete करनी है. So जैसे start करते हैं you go to the cloud console. अलग से you open cloud console. उसके बाद you use another account. Then go back to your main and then copy your username. Paste it in the other tab. Go back, copy the password. Paste the password again. You'd be taken to such a page. Accept the terms and conditions. You can just confirm it right away. This is a temporary email address, so you don't need to go and update the recovery mail and phone number. So this is the Google Cloud platform where you are going to perform all the labs, where you are going to complete all your labs. This is the Google Cloud platform. And now we'll read what the lab is about. So, and I'll also tell you how you need to complete the lab. So you build a minimal web application with Google App Engine in this particular lab. Then you explore various ways to use identity aware proxy to restrict access to the application. IAP is identity aware proxy is one of the features that you can make use of in the Google Cloud platform. तो हम आज वो करने वाले हैं. Then there is a little introduction in every lab where they tell you what it is and how it works. So I suggest कि बस उतना ही काफी होता है. You don't need to read outside the scope of this lab. So मतलब और कुछ नहीं पढ़ना, सिर्फ ये introduction से पढ़ के you can complete. So you can read about it. I already have read. So authenticating users of your web app is often necessary. So authentication के लिए हम identity aware proxy use करते हैं. It is a GCP service that intercepts web requests sent to your application, authenticates the user making the request using the Google Identity Service. Okay. So also a basic knowledge of the Python programming language will enhance your learning experience. I repeat, it's not necessary, okay? It is not necessary, but if you know, it would be good. It is not necessary to have a Python knowledge or something. And these are just setup instructions, and these are pretty basic that you need to open. The thing I did, यहाँ से another account use करके इधर से copy करा है हमने, इधर से copy करके उधर paste कर दिया, Google Cloud platform खोला, and then you have to activate Cloud Shell. I'll show you where you activate the Cloud Shell. You go here. This is the icon you use to activate your Cloud Shell. Here your Cloud Shell will be configured. It takes some time to configure. Then you activate the Cloud Shell and you start working on your project. Okay. These are two basic commands, gcloud auth-list and gcloud config list project. These two commands, you are going to run these commands most probably in every lab. So you'll become familiar once you start doing the labs. So you can also copy and paste, but I'm just going to type because I'm comfortable with typing. It will ask you to authorize. Okay. and then you go for gcloud config list project. Okay, so it'll show you this. It will show you that this is the current project you're working on. It is your Quick Labs ID, and then your active configuration is this. Okay, so I'll again share my other tab. You can also copy the same lines of code. You don't have to write all of it. You can copy it from here. Okay. Moving forward, you have to download the code. So you have to clone a Git repository, copy the command and paste it in the other tab. So I just cloned the repository. I'll come back here. I'll say CD user authentication with IAP. Just a second, guys. Just a second. I'm going to stop sharing for a sec. All right. So yeah, my screen is visible, guys. Just give me a quick thumbs up in the chat. Can you see my screen? Yeah, okay. Cool. So I just ran the git clone command. Now I'm going to run the CD user authentication with IAP command here. So I ran that. This is CD's change directory. So I just changed my directory to this particular directory. Then deploy application and protect it with IAP. Now we are going to deploy the application. This is an App Engine standard application. It is written in Python and it just simply displays hello world welcome page. We are going to deploy this and then test it. We are also going to review the application code. So we change from the main project folder to this particular subfolder. Copy this command and paste it in your Cloud Shell. After that, the application code is in the main.py file and it uses the Flask framework. You don't need to know about Flask web frameworks and Python and all, but this is just basic information about the project you are just working with right now. And then via cat command gives you the content of a file. So cat main.py will give you the contents of main.py file. So main.py file has this code. Can you see, guys? So main.py file, starting from this one first comment, Python uses hashtags for comments, similar to other languages which use backwards forward slashes, and some use like HTML uses the angular bracket and then hyphens and exclamatory marks for comments. Python uses hashtags. So moving forward, we just did the cat main.py. Now we are going to deploy this app to App Engine standard environment for Python. So gcloud app deploy is the command for that. We are going to type in the command gcloud app deploy. This is going to deploy our app. Just see how it works. Please choose the region where you want your App Engine application to be located, right? So I guess the setup here, it will show you which zone you need to use. If the zone is not specified, you can just select US East or US West because that's kind of default zone. If you don't have a zone already given to you, then just select a zone which is comfortable with you, okay? Near to you, it supports that says it supports standard, okay? So you can just select US East 1. So I'll type in 15 in this case. Now it is creating the App Engine in project and my project is being deployed, okay? Just continue, yes. Click on Y. It is beginning to deploy. File uploads are done. So this is how it works. Then we are going to select a region. In a few minutes, the deploy completes. Then we will see a message that we can view our application. So gcloud app browse is the command where which allows us to see our application. We are just going to wait. If you see this is still working, 1 second. This is taking some time to deploy. All right, cool. So guys, you want me to increase the text size? Medium fine? Is medium fine with you guys? Each lab has a different ID and password or not? Yes, Prabhu. Every lab has a different username and password. You need to copy these only. Now gcloud app browse is the command that we need. Is it visible now? Gcloud app browse. You can also copy the command, but if those are easy ones, I would say that you go to this. Okay, so it asks you to go to this link to view your app. I'm going to go to this link now. So after you run the gcloud app browse command, it gives you a link to view your app. Now if you go here, it would say hello world. This is step 1 of the user authentication with IAP Code Lab. So it was successful. Now moving on, you'll just check your progress. For this, you click here. And if you have an issue, you can check your progress here. It will show a pop-up. For example, in this case, it failed to update the assessment for the first time. But if I do it the next time, it just showed that the points earned and the message. If you don't complete it, the message contains instructions of what you should do next. Okay. Now restrict access with IAP is your second task. So it asks you to go from navigation menu to security and then to IAP. Okay. So we'll go to our Google Cloud platform. I'll lower this for your better view. Okay. So it asks us to go to navigation menu and then security. And in securities, it asks us to go to the identity aware proxy. I'll click on that. We're here, and after that it asks you to click on enable API and then click go to identity aware proxy. So I'll just enable API. Faizan, I am recording, but there is some sort of an issue with my recording software, so I'm still unsure whether my voice is being recorded or not. But if the recorded video turns out fine, I'm going to upload it on my YouTube channel as well. I'll try, okay? I'll try. Also, are you guys with me so far? Are you guys able to understand what I'm doing? This is just a lab that I'm completing for you guys to see how you complete a lab. Okay. So I went to that, click configure consent screen. I see similar thing. For example, see it asks you, they show the same thing in the lab, right? So I click on configure consent screen. Then I have to select internal under user type and click create. So it's opening in another screen. In OAuth consent screen, I have to select internal under user type and click create. So I'll go back, I'll click internal and I'll create it and then fill in the required blanks with appropriate values. So they give you all the values, just copy them. Most of the work in labs is just copy paste except for the challenge labs. So I'll just put in the application name and then support email. The support email could be this, right? And after that, the hostname portion, do not include this, okay. Or the application's URL, you can see, do not include this, okay. So this was our So guys, it asks this particular thing. They ask you in authorized domains, you have to put the address bar. You can see this in the address bar of the Hello World web page. So whatever is your application's URL without this HTTPS and the colon forward slashes, just copy this and paste it in. Just a second. Paste it in the authorized domains section. Okay. Example.com ki jagah you put this app spot where your hello world was visible. You have to press enter after. Okay. And the URL you used to view your app application homepage link के में भी वही डालना है. Okay. ये HTTPS के साथ आएगा तो I'll just copy the whole thing or I'll paste it in the consent screen. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah. I paste it in the application homepage link, and after that, application privacy policy link, the privacy page link in the app, same as homepage link with privacy added to the end. So if you see, I'm sorry. So if you see our homepage link is this, right? So I'll just paste this in application privacy policy link, but add a privacy keyword at the end. So I'll add / privacy to the end. So I'll just write privacy and then save this. You will be prompted to create credentials. You do not need to create credentials, so you can simply close this browser tab. Okay, so we'll just close this and I'll check my progress and return green, which means that I successfully completed it. Now we'll go back to the identity aware proxy page and we'll refresh it. Now this configure consent screen, it will be gone. So it's reloading. We'll wait for that. And then I have to click on the toggle button in the IAP column in the App Engine App Pro to turn IAP on. So I'll just do that. I clicked on the turn on. It's turning on IAP for me. And then so अब मैंने identity aware proxy लगा दी. It's just turning on. It will take some time. Oh, okay. We'll just try again. Okay, we're not turning it off. Let's just try again. So if you reload your app page, just a second. Okay. So there is some issue with our IAP. Let me just check. I'm turning the IAP on. Also, if you guys face some issue in the middle of the lab, you can always go to the support, the chat support. You can go to the chat support and start a chat. Use your department as 30 days of Google Cloud. For example, link not working or the page is not refreshing or whatever. Just make sure you go to the chat and ask them before you panic about it. So that would be okay. Right, so I just reloaded and now it is asking me I have to choose an account to continue to IAP example. For example, I choose this, my currently logged in account. So I chose that. It says you don't have access just because मैंने उसके ऊपर internet aware proxy लगा दिया. So my IAP now requires authentication from everyone who wants to access my website, right? तो ऐसे करके हमने Google Cloud Platform की सर्विस को यूज किया IAP वाला टॉगल बटन से. सो दैट इज डन. ये वाला यू डोंट हैव एक्सेस आ गया हमारे पास, ये रहा. एंड देन okay, so we return to the identity aware proxy page to the console. page of the console, select the checkbox next to the App Engine app. Okay. We will select this, and then after that, sidebar at the right of the page. The sidebar at the right of the page shows this. We have to add a member. We'll add a member, and we'll select our email address and then pick the cloud IAP secured web server user. So we'll put in our email, this one. Okay. Cloud IAP secured web user. Okay. Save. So now I told my application to use this IAP. But IAP लग रहा है उसमें पहले मुझे उसने access नहीं दिया. But now मैंने मेरा mail add कर दिया उसके अंदर. So now I will be given access. We'll try again. So we'll go to that website again. Okay, just a second. All right, let's try again. There is some issue. Just a second. And after that, the message policy updated will appear at the bottom of the window. We'll see that. This step is done. Now we'll test access. So what happens, sometimes you don't get access, which is happening with us. Still I'm not getting access. So what is happening, my login cookie is not cleared. So what you do is you just copy the site, and then it asks me to put this clear login cookie at the end of the website. We'll do that. We'll add GCP IAP login cookie at the end. Control C, we'll put this here, Control V. Okay, so I just cleared the login, and now if I log in from my email, now I'm given access as well. Okay, so this is how you have to complete this particular lab, and then again copy the code and paste it in your console. Okay. Now that it is updating, we have to wait for the deployment. All right, are you guys with me so far? Are you guys able to understand how you complete labs, how you do the lab? This is a long lab, and you don't have to like learn all of it. You just have to copy and paste. I did this just to show you guys how you complete a lab. So are you guys with me so far? Are you guys able to understand so far what I'm trying to tell you? Please write your queries or whatever you think in the chat box, please. I want all of you guys to reply. Please put it in the chat box. Did you guys face any error? Did you guys try any lab, or you faced an error in the lab? Anyone? किसी को कोई क्वेरी नहीं है, किसी को कुछ नहीं पूछना, सबको पता है कि क्या करना है, कोई भी क्वेश्चन नहीं है किसी को भी? Okay. So this is how you complete the labs. There is some sort of error in this command. I don't know what it is. Just let me check. No, what's the issue? Let me check. How many of you tried doing a lab? किसी ने labs complete करी कोई आगे की? Okay, इशिता. Anybody else? किसी और ने try करा? Okay. Okay. Although you guys are 31st October, but try doing at least one lab one day. तो अगर एक दिन में एक भी लैब करोगे you will be easily completing all your labs before 5th November. 5th November is the last date that you can complete all your labs. So try to complete one lab one each day. तो इतना burden भी नहीं होगा और जल्दी labs complete भी हो जाएंगे. Okay. Okay, we have to copy the URL. Okay, so this is the last step and we are going to complete our lab in a second. So now this is the last time we are deploying our app. We made a few changes each time in the Hello User app from the Google Cloud platform और ये सारे steps थे इस particular lab के user authentication, identity aware proxy के. तो ये steps सारे complete करने के बाद your score keeps updating here. So your score is being updated here. Last वाला step है cryptographic verification का. वो हमें after this app is deployed, then only this progress check would be turned green. अगर मैं बिना complete हुए check कर देती हूँ, तो it will show me this error. Okay, it doesn't look like you've completed this step. So it is. I'm waiting for this file to be uploaded. और तभी जब जैसे ये complete होगा, and then when I click, it will turn green, which will imply that I have successfully completed the step. And once you receive a 100 on 100 score, you have completed that lab, and it will show in your My Learning section of your profile on Quick Labs. So did you guys understand ये कैसे labs करनी है? For example, also तो उस चैट में जाके मैसेज कर लें या फिर मुझे भी मैसेज कर सकते हो. कोई भी एरर है, कोई भी प्रॉब्लम है तो आई एम देयर टू हेल्प. प्लीज लेट मी नो. So now I just completed the last step. I'll check my progress. So the score just updated. So I got 100 on 100, and now when I end lab, this lab is now completed. So okay. So I just completed the lab. It shows a green sign. कौन सी lab you have completed. will show your progress here. Try to complete these labs in time, और जितना जल्दी हो सके I suggest कि you should already start working on your labs. तो जो पहला क्लाउड इंजीनियरिंग ट्रैक है उसके अंदर 6 क्वेस्ट हैं. आई हैव कंप्लीटेड 2, सो दे सिर्फ अभी 4 दिख रहे हैं, ऊपर के 4 जो हैं. तो मैंने 2 कंप्लीट कर लिए तो वो हट गए हैं यहाँ से. नाउ दिस इज द थर्ड, दिस इज फोर्थ एंड दिस इज फिफ्थ एंड दिस इज द सिक्स्थ स्किल बैच. और हर क्वेस्ट के अंदर कुछ लैब्स हैं, हैंड्स ऑन लैब्स हैं और एक चैलेंज लैब है. जो लास्ट वाली चैलेंज लैब है दैट्स टफ. तो मैं चैलेंज लैब के लिए वीडियोस बना के डाल दूंगी एंड आई एम देयर टू हेल्प. तो प्लीज रीच आउट टू मी. किसी भी लैब में प्रॉब्लम है या किसी भी उसमें प्रॉब्लम आ रही हो तो प्लीज रीच आउट टू मी. दिस वाज द सेशन फॉर टुडे एंड किसी को कोई भी प्रॉब्लम हो तो प्लीज अभी बोल दें. कोई भी क्वेरी, कोई भी डाउट, प्लीज आस्क इट राइट हियर. है किसी को कोई प्रॉब्लम? I'm considering that nobody has a problem right now. Okay. So that's it for today. That was the session. Okay. Bye, guys. If you have any problem, then just text me. Bye-bye.